A 2018 McKinsey Company study found that while most organizations recognize that change is essential for success, 70% of transformation initiatives fail. This presentation explores why those initiatives fail and how they can become successful. Organizational change is a complex process that involves many challenges, obstacles, and decisions. Effective approaches are developed strategically through an integrative approach that takes internal and external influences into consideration. This process is known as change management. There are many useful models for change management. They may differ in complexity or focus, but supported models generally fit into the process of understanding and identifying the need for change, preparation and design, execution and implementation, then sustaining and monitoring the change. The appropriate approach depends on how the change influences critical components of the organization. Incremental shifts made to improve existing aspects are called developmental changes. More impactful reconfigurations of elements are transitional changes, and fundamental changes that significantly alter an organization are transformational changes. Strategic and structural changes are gradual, planned changes that impact organizational systems or procedures. Remedial changes are reactive and immediate actions made in response to a problem, and people-centric changes are those that directly influence personnel and often invoke an emotional response. Organizational change is essential for gaining and sustaining competitive advantage. The world is constantly experiencing changes in technology, customer demands, and methods to enhance efficiency. Deficits in performance, company growth, and changes in demographics that influence working styles or preferences also motivate change. Top management sponsorship is the most important aspect of successful change. It involves communication through not only words, but also through actions, involvement, and decisions. It can enhance other important aspects of change, including a shared vision, positive culture, support, and involvement from others. Effective sponsorship is accomplished through active participation and involvement to establish rapport and trust, building and maintaining a network of active and committed change agents that serve as role models for others, and communicating specific goals and measurable outcomes for change management activities. Lewin's three-step model is the first supported model for change management. The unfreezing stage refers to determining and understanding what needs to change. The second stage is where people communicate and act to transition to the change. And then the refreezing stage is where stability is established and the change is accepted as the new norm. McKinsey's 7S framework focuses on 7 elements of an organization's design that need to align for a company to be successful. The model helps to determine how the elements coordinate, identify gaps or inconsistencies, and predict how change will impact these areas in the future. Hard elements are easier for management to identify and directly influence. They answer the what questions about an organization. Strategy refers to the plan for achieving competitive advantage. Structure refers to the hierarchies, teams, or divisions. And systems refers to the programs, activities, and processes used. Soft elements answer who and how questions. They are more difficult to define and for managers to influence because they are heavily impacted by company culture. Shared values, style, staff, and skills are concerned with key standards and attitudes, dynamics of interaction, who is involved, and their competencies. John Kotter's 8-step model of change is a top-down prescriptive leadership model useful for guiding leaders to effectively introduce change. It emphasizes preparation and the importance of establishing urgency to gain buy-in for change and maintaining momentum throughout the process. To effectively establish urgency, leaders should have a comprehensive understanding of what needs to be changed and support it with research-based evidence. Next, identify key leaders who will effectively drive the change, and then develop a strategic vision based on the organization's mission, values, and goals. Next, we want to prepare a receptive environment for the change. This involves honest communication, elimination of barriers, and identifying smaller goals to be achieved through the process. Steps 7 and 8 are all about maintaining support and motivation for the change and continuing to evaluate and improve the model. The ADKAR model proposes 5 elements are essential for understanding organizational needs: awareness, desire, ability, knowledge, and reinforcement. It analyzes change at the individual level and is a helpful tool for guiding implementation, identifying gaps, and determining capabilities needed for change. It's also useful for evaluating the effectiveness of change. Leaders can build awareness by investing time and resources to ensure understanding, desire and willingness through inclusion and incentives, knowledge through communication and resources, ability through practice, coaching, and feedback, and reinforcement through performance measurement, recognition, and rewards. Resistance to change is the biggest challenge leaders face, but the most influential contribution to change management failure is poor sponsorship. Many people have great ideas for implementing change, but without the passion, involvement, and drive to take action and initiate that change, the initiative will likely fail. Ambiguity contributes to many reasons people resist change. They have concerns or feel uncertain about how it will impact their future. Organizational leaders can prevent this by building trust in employees' perception of the organization's competence. It's important to be honest, encourage feedback, and listen to any concerns they have. When employees experience shock due to change, they go through stages of denial, frustration, depression, and experimentation before accepting and integrating the change. People do not necessarily experience every stage or experience them in a particular order. The duration spent in each stage depends on the perceived losses associated with the change. The change curve consists of 5 stages that occur during the transition from shock to implementation. Each stage is paired with an appropriate action leaders can take to facilitate the process. The model emphasizes continuous communication, listening, support, encouragement, and reinforcement. It's important for leaders to recognize these reactions from their team so that they can help them transition towards commitment.